Greetings and salutations, dear viewers. It's been a little while since I've done one of these, but I figure it's about time I put out another State of the Channel address. Really, all this is me giving all of the new people, since we've got a lot of new people since last time I made one of these, just a very quick rundown about what's going on, and maybe telling everybody out there that does know what's going on something new that's going to be happening to the channel soon. So of course the basics. If you haven't noticed already, this is a Let's Play channel, where I post videos of myself, and occasionally accompanied by my good friend Elemental Ogre, playing through various video games. If you're looking for strictly gameplay, no commentary, sadly this is not the place for you. We make an attempt to be knowledgeable and informative about the games that we're playing. In turn, I am rather opposed to playing games blind. But I think more importantly, we just want to have fun. Because it's just my experience, but if I'm having fun, you guys are having fun. For the most part, it's just myself and Elemental Ogre that you will actually see in these videos, though on rare occasion someone else may join us. We do upload on a very strict schedule. Currently, we have 3 series going at the same time. We have two series of which are my own projects, and one series that is me accompanied by Elemental Ogre. The reason we have 2 of my own series is usually because I've got one large project that I'm doing, and I don't want to take up everyone's time with only one thing some people may not like. Right now, that's Persona 3. Granted, we are nearing the end of Persona 3, so we'll be losing that game from the rotation. Until I decide to pick up another large project, we're going to go back to a 2-game cycle. But games are uploaded on a very strict rotation in that regard, so if you see a video and you want to know when the next one is coming, it will be coming in 2 to 3 days, depending on how many series I have going at the same time. Now, there's not only Let's Play content on this channel, though that is the vast majority of what you'll see here. I will also occasionally do a very quick first impressions video, which, though I refer to as a quick look, I try to play far enough into the game that I can actually speak intelligently about the game. And I like to play enough of the game and show off enough of the game that all of you actually know what the game is really about. I call them quick looks, and understandably they're not really that quick, but that's more so in comparison to, say, a proper Let's Play of it. You'll notice I also post a number of Final Fantasy XIV videos on the channel. Now, the first impressions and the Final Fantasy XIV videos do not take up a slot in the schedule. These are free content, so to say. I understand the Final Fantasy videos aren't the most viewed, they're not the most informative, they're not the most well put together videos around, but to be honest, I'm doing them for fun and you get them for free. Now, if you are interested in the channel itself and the folks behind the channel at all, there are also many other places that you can contact us. Specifically, myself and Elemental Ogre both have Twitter accounts, and I have a Tumblr. I'll reblog dumb things from time to time, but I also use it as a means of speaking at length about something that perhaps I'm doing in my own life, or is going on in my own life, or something that I think all of you would find interesting. And math occasionally. For example, currently, I just spent a great deal of time speaking at length about all of the designs of the various characters in Well Gaia, a game I'm developing, which you can also find out about on Tumblr. Not only Tumblr, but I've also got a DeviantArt. As I do some drawing from time to time, I haven't done any proper drawing in a fair amount of time. I did used to take commissions, but I sadly just don't have the time for it anymore. But that's where you can find the character sheets for the various characters that I've been speaking about on Tumblr, including Miss Naka herself, my own personal avatar, if you were curious to learn a bit more about her. Beyond DeviantArt, I do have a forum that I've created, running the show myself, and I made it specifically for all of you. Originally, it was just going to be a place that I could upload some odd files from time to time and share some things with other people, but it's since sprung up into its own community. And I'm sure the people there would be more than happy to see a bunch more people pile in. And then, every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, I am part of the Fragments of Silicon podcast. A gaming-centric podcast where we'll usually interview someone from the industry and then speak about a gaming topic for half an hour or so. I do not actually run the show myself, I'm merely a co-commentator alongside Elemental Ogre. The honor of running the show goes to our friend Shard Shinjuku. There will be links to all of these things right in the video description if you care to check them out, but they're also on the About page if you go to my home channel here on YouTube. Now, on a slightly more serious note, there are a couple rules or guidelines that I'd like from everybody out there. Nothing extravagant, just a little bit to make my life a little easier. For one, I do not accept requests, I'm sorry. I like to have enough control and knowledge about a game before I do it, that I feel the only way I'm going to be able to produce a decent Let's Play for all of you is if I choose it myself. Now, though I say I don't accept requests, I am more than happy to learn about an interesting game I may not have heard about otherwise. And then I'll look into the game and decide for myself if I think it would be an interesting idea for a Let's Play. Now, please do not attempt to use this as a means to squeak out a Let's Play from me anyway. If you're telling me about a game purely because you want me to Let's Play it, or because you think it would be a good game for me to Let's Play, I probably won't. So if you're telling me about a game that I already know about, I'm sorry, you're probably wasting your breath. This is purely informing me about something I may not have known about already, so that I can look into it myself. And perhaps learn about something I didn't already know about. Now, with that said, despite that I'm up here in front of all of you, speaking to all of you on a regular basis, and interacting with all of you on a regular basis, I'm actually very antisocial. I'm very much an introvert. And I think the reason that I'm alright with this is, for one, I've gotten comfortable with it over the years, but also because it's largely being handled on my own terms. So if you try to just twist a conversation out of me, I may not jump on it. But more importantly, what this means is, if you want to make a cameo in one of my videos, or if you want me to make a cameo in one of your videos, or if you want to do a series together with me, I'm sorry, the answer is no. It's just not something that I'm comfortable with at all. Working together for something like that is something that I would only really be comfortable with doing with a group of very close friends, such as Elemental Ogre. I'm very sorry, it's nothing personal at all, trust me. Now, before I scare everybody away, please come back. Come back, everybody back in the room. Before I scare everybody away, I do want to say, I continue to Let's Play to this day because of the comments that you guys leave. I love hearing from you and hearing that you're enjoying what I'm producing. Knowing that I'm making people happy is what gives me the motivation to keep doing this at all. So don't be afraid to leave a comment or poke at me or send me a message on YouTube or poke me on Twitter or Tumblr or anywhere you can get a hold of me. Don't be afraid to. Seeing these people comment and knowing that they're enjoying what I'm doing is what keeps me going. Granted, if you send me a message on YouTube, I probably won't respond because YouTube's messaging is dumb now. As for a slightly more strict thing about what I allow or disallow in the comments, so to say, for one, obviously, just anybody being an outright jerk, I'm probably just going to delete your comment outright. And if you come back to continue to intentionally cause problem, I'm going to block you. Those are legit trolls, though. The vast majority of you have nothing to worry about. Something a little more concerning, though, is do not post spoilers. Just do not do it. I don't care how obvious something is. I don't care if you put up a giant spoiler tag at the top of your comment. I don't care how inconsequential you think the spoiler is. Don't do it. Rule of thumb for this one is if it hasn't happened or been spoken about in a video already, don't talk about it. Now, if we say it, feel free. Now, the reason I am so adamant about spoilers is there are many people out there who are watching this and trying to watch the story for the first time. Maybe you don't think spoilers are a big deal, and more power to you if you don't, but please don't force that opinion upon other people. Let them experience the story as the game intended it to be experienced. Even if you put a big spoiler tag at the top of your comment, especially when you're skimming through comments, you can still glance or see something that was written beyond that spoiler, even if you didn't intend to see it. So please just don't do it. The only safe way that I have seen to post spoilers, I've seen someone in the comments do, was to type spoiler out, of course, and then hit return enough times that the see more dialogue appeared at the bottom of the comment, so you had to actively click that in order to expand the comment and see the spoiler. If you can do that reliably, I don't mind as much. But anything else, please just don't. Now, the only other issue is an issue of privacy. I am simply not comfortable giving out any personal information, and that includes showing my face or giving out my actual name. As far as what I do on YouTube here is concerned, I consider all of that private information. Before, someone is asked, how can something like my name be considered private? And to that I say different information is private in different situations. But more importantly than that, one person's curiosity does not override my privacy. And if someone is willing to demand that I release what I consider private information, knowing that I consider it private information, simply to satiate their own curiosity, that's kind of a selfish move. And no, I won't be doing it. Now, with the unpleasantries out of the way, I can move on to the final thing that I would like to say, which is that I do have a partnership, which means I am making income off of these videos. This is actually half of my income alongside a proper job. And even then, I'm still just scraping by. So if anyone out there would be kind enough to disable their ad block when watching my videos, it would be greatly appreciated. Hopefully one day I'll be well enough off that I'll be able to disable pre-roll ads and still be able to pay rent. Now, and finally, I have one big favor to ask of all of you. I've said already that I'm not super well off, but I would very much like to expand the library of what it is that we can record. Specifically, I would like to be able to record 3DS games. Now, this is not an easy task. You actually have to get your 3DS modded specifically to be able to do this. It actually costs in the neighborhood of $470. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a PayPal donation button. I'll keep it on the About page on my YouTube channel, I'll keep it on the forum, I'll try to find a way to put it on Tumblr. And I'm going to ask all of you for help in funding this. I feel bad asking, but at the same time, you are not obligated in any way to do this. There are no restrictions, there is no deadline. This is only if you feel like helping out. I don't know how long it's going to take to actually fill in that amount of money. You guys constantly surprise me. I feel like I'm always overestimating, and yet I end up underestimating. So it could honestly take anywhere between a week and a year, or more. But I do think once the donation's done, I'm going to go ahead and leave the donation button up as a tip jar. Once again, only if you feel like helping me out. I will never, ever restrict content or anything of the sort based on donations. It's purely there if you feel like helping out. And maybe if it's a thing, I'll find a way to, like, have you guys send in messages and then I'll read the messages live or something. I don't know. I'll figure it out when we get there. Thank you all so much for the support that you've given me so far. I really hope you like what I've got in store for the channel, because I am most certainly not going anywhere anytime soon. Until next time, everyone.